juicy beast within the MMA world right now. So,
well, not really MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So, over the weekend, we had it's still going on right now. It's the ADCC Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Championships. And before coming in on the last episode of the podcast, we talked about Gordon Ryan, and he's up against this guy called Andre Galvao. Galvao, I think that's how I say his name. I'm just going to call him Andre for the time being. Andre is a guy who everyone's is talking about. You know, is a very, 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 very high class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and Gordon Ryan's right now is considered the king. He's undefeated. He hasn't lost in years. He's a multiple-time ADCC world champion, and him and Andre have been going back and forth a lot lately. It's pretty much been Gordon and many other black belts in different organizations up against each other, because right now Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is at an all-time. It's growing. The sport itself is growing in terms of popularity. Now, Andre said that he wanted to fight Gordon, but he would only do it unless he was paid like $1 million or something like that. You know.
Yeah, he set a very high price, and he actually, well, when they fought the other day, that was the WHO, like, you know, who's number one.
Yeah.
Sorry, WWNO.
Yeah.
And he actually beat Roberto Jimenez. He did he just dominated him.
Yep.
Like, he managed to submit him within the round. And then following that, and you get pretty grainy footage. Andre actually flips him the finger.
Yeah.
And he says something, and Gordon actually tried to first of all, he tried to go and shake his hand.
Yeah.
However, Andre tried to give him the finger.
Yeah.
And then Gordon Ryan gets in his face. Gordon gives him a slap.
Oh, no. They had the interview first.
No. They had the slap, then the interview.
Oh, they had the slap,
They had the slap, then the interview. And then after the interview, they got in each other's face again.
Yeah. So what happened? Yeah, so they had the slap. So that was the order of things. And then there was the interview, and then what happened then was they start talking between the two, and then there's this dude that just tries to butt in. He's wearing like some sort of kitten t-shirt, and he's wearing glasses, and he's got long hair, and it's like, and then there's all these memes that came out said when a white belt tries to stop beef between two black belts, or when you're super underqualified for the job, but submit your resume anyway.
You could see John Danaher was the one in the middle.
Yeah, he was so chill.
He didn't really take it very seriously. He was just like, "Oh, come on, guys," because he's a bit older, he's a bit more mature. These two, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu stars are just like full of testosterone, full of energy. They just want to get at each other. And John Danaher's like, "Oh my god, can we?"
Yeah, he's just calm. He's very, very calm.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm surprised. If I could approach a lot of life with that level of calmness, oh my god, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Because if I was in the middle, if I was in John's place, I would be shitting myself. Like, exactly. I'd be like, nah, I'm not getting involved. And John stepped in between. And then Gabby Garcia walked over and made everyone look tiny.
Oh, she's a scary
dude. Like,
that's not
chick. She's a chick.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Scary chick, my bad. I've never seen like anyone even close to that. Like I've met female bodybuilders, and she's just.
I want to know what kind of juice.
Level. Huh?
What kind of juice she on?
Oh, some Portuguese stuff.
Like that's like horse.
Some Portuguese bullshit.
Some like horse or like cow steroids, something like that.
Oh, like I think she just sucked all the testosterone out of like 3 men and just absorbed it. Like, you know, you watch Dragon Ball Z, right? Mm. You know, Cell, that thing they use its tail to suck it. She's like done that. She's just, you know, that scene where the Cell just sucks the life out of that man and just turns into nothing. That could be like,
she's taken all the testosterone. Yeah, I think literally she just like gets the steroid profile of like 3 massive bodybuilders and just takes all of it herself, because she's okay. So
no one's on her level. No one is on her level. The issue with Gabby Garcia is that there is just not enough talent pool. Like, did you see?
No, they don't build a female in a lab big enough for her.
Like, there was literally a photo that I saw on Flow Grappling. I'll show you right now, and it was Gabby Garcia against one of her opponents, and I could not. I mean, you know, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's all skill. You know, it's absolute respect
to a degree. Yeah,
you know. But then I just could not have seen any more of a mismatch in terms of just size. Like,
everyone,
look at the size of her shoulders compared to her opponent's shoulders.
As big as her head.
Her head is literally bigger than her head. Like, it's massive. Not even that, but the size, the sheer comparison of her arms. Like, her shoulders and her traps are literally thicker than her arms.
That's scary.
It's just unbelievable. And she's even like so irritated because people are calling her out saying, oh, she gets an easy run, she gets a free run. She wants to fight the men now. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. She's got the steroids of a man. Yeah, she's got the testosterone of a man. But yeah, interesting with Gordon Ryan versus Andre Galvao. So hopefully that may happen in the future. However, I think Gordon Ryan actually has a different opponent coming up.
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he has Andre coming up in the future. I think he's got Wagner Rocha.
Yeah.
And that's going to be his next opponent. We don't know how that's going to go with Andre Galvao. Andre essentially just set he set the price very high, and that's one way of kind of pulling yourself out of competition. When you put the price that high, it doesn't paint the biggest picture that you'll fight the best of the best out there. You know, it's not that often that. I mean, these grapplers make a lot of money, right? But I don't see that. It's uncommon for them to demand $1 million when, a lot of people. Yeah. Like Gordon Ryan has a lot of name value, so he could probably make that.
Well, it's because of personalities.
Yeah, but Andre. I don't know. Even as big a star as he is, I don't know. I don't know if you've got the name value enough currently. Yeah. At this point of time to ask for that type of money.
Well, it's good to bring attention to the sport because attention is what sells the pay-per-views, sells the streams, and it gets people going up.